Hi, my name is Sophie, and I founded the company Jackalope Inc. in 2005. And I changed the brand name for Whitetail skateboards in 2022. My company is a small Quebec-based skateboard company, which skates are made here in Quebec, Canada, and are exported in 35 countries. Today, I am making this video without prejudice and in good faith. I will describe the fact to the best of my knowledge. I am speaking out today to answer once and for all the questions about why I changed my brand name from Jackalope to Whitetail, even though Jackalope was well established for 17 years. I am also doing this video because I need your support. So I'm speaking out today to shed a light on a situation in which my company has found itself caught, despite all my precautions and attempt to resolve it in a friendly manner. Avant de raconter mon histoire, je dois préciser que tout au long de cette vidéo, je fais référence au festival Jackalope, mais je précise que la mise en demeure qui m'a été envoyée provient officiellement de Gestion Tribu International Inc., qui possède la marque du festival Jackalope, mais j'utilise le nom Jackalope pour simplifier la compréhension, puisqu'il s'agit de l'appellation sous laquelle cet événement est connu du public, et c'est aussi le nom qui est en litige dans l'histoire que je vais raconter. I have in my hands a formal notice written by a law firm and sent to me by this Quebec-based company, the Jackalope Festival, that focus on so-called ultimate sports that takes place among other places in Montreal, asking me to delete all the mentions to Jackalope on my social media. They came to existence 7 years after I incorporated and started to work under the name of Jackalope. I am fully aware that the fact that I'm a woman in a males-dominated industry, it makes me an easy target. However, I refuse to believe that my company has fewer rights or deserve less respect just because I'm a woman in a males-dominated field and operate my business on my own. The notice begins by addressing me, besides my name Sophie, as Sir. I want to remind everyone that I am the sole owner of my brand, and as you will hear the rest of the story, you will understand why being treated as a man really struck me. Out of respect for the privacy, I will not read the notice in full. But among other things, it states that Jackalope, the festival, will not hesitate to take legal action against me if I don't abandon the demand for the registration of my logo. This logo that I've been using for 20 years and that is on all my skateboards, all my clothes, all the art I do. I even used it to sign murals that I've made for municipalities. Yeah, so it's really at the core of my brand. So they are saying that they won't hesitate to take legal action against me. Among other things, they also ask me to delete all the mentions to Jackalope on my social media. Those mentions refer to my career as an artist, refer to the project I've done in the past 20 years. It's my legacy as an artist. To me, it feels if I delete that, it's erasing my whole career. And it's really hard to get recognition in arts. It would be extremely heartbreaking and detrimental. And they are saying that they won't hesitate to take legal action if I don't. The letter also asks that I don't sell any product with the name Jackalope. I still have some product that I didn't market back then. I have boxes of these longboard. It's thousands of dollars that will be wasted. With that being said, I want to stress that despite the time and energy it requires, this situation has gone too far. I think I tried my best to fix it and I tried my best to compromise, but there's only so much hurt I can take. So I will continue to fight until the end, twice as motivated because this battle extends far beyond my story. I know there are women in males-dominated industry who have been addressed as sir and fight for respect. I know that there are artists out there who have seen their legacy of 20 years of work put at risk. I also know that there are small businesses that have to fight every day against larger companies. So I'm leading this fight not just for me. I also need your support to fight this battle with me, to obtain from them a public commitment that they will respect my business and never attempt to threaten or harm my brand, my work, or myself. I want to emphasize that I never intended to damage any reputation. My goal is simply to break the silence on what my business has endured behind the scenes for years by stating tangible facts. I see this as an invitation to adopt practices that respect both of our businesses so we can continue to contribute to the skateboard scene in Quebec, Canada, and beyond. So, for the 6 or 7 years during which I was the only Quebec-based company named Jackalope operating in the board sport industry, I was fortunate enough to receive strong media coverage with my company name, my current logo, and my designs were sold in multiple stores. I had also an excellent online visibility. A quick Google search would bring my brand at the top result. And a quick search on the Quebec Registry for Businesses would bring my business at the top as well. So to give more context to this legal issue, I founded Jackalope Inc. in 2005, working in the board sport and art industry. Around 2012, another local company has been created with a similar name, and I naively thought that they would correct the situation to make sure that they don't create confusion with my company. Initially, from what I remember, they were using the name Jackalope Fest or Festival and not just Jackalope on its own like I do. And from what I've seen, their logo looked quite different than mine. However, after a while, I noticed that people started referring to them as Jackalope alone. So it was almost identical to my company's name, except that they write it with the E at the end while I don't. Around 2016, I noticed the introduction of a new logo. Here's what it looked like. And here's mine again. It started to really bother me and cause me trouble. In 2018, I decided to engage dialogue. So I sent them a friendly email. For their privacy, I will not publish their response, but in their reply, they stated that the name Jackalope with the E, like they use it, and Jackalope without a E, like I use it, are undoubtedly similar. They refer to a common mythical animal, but our product and service are different, and the distribution channel as well. Therefore, they don't see a problem, and it would be surprising if consumers confuse annual extreme sport with your company, Jackalope. I felt like my brand was completely disappearing, and all the work I've done so far was completely getting in the shadows. So it was really heartbreaking to see that. It's a bit of the nightmare of many creators, many artists, and many small brands. I felt heartbroken, and it started to cause a lot of stress on my company. Since the situation was not improving, in 2021, I reached out to them for the second time in a friendly manner, as evidenced by my email that I can share, to discuss the same issue. I was open to compromise, and I even suggested that we could collaborate and find a way to respect the integrity of both brands. I even drove to Montreal to meet the owner to discuss this issue and see how we can find a solution that would honor our both companies. But despite all my efforts, we never reached an agreement that was keeping the integrity of my brand and my name as an artist. It's partly because of this interaction in person, by email and phone, that I was really disturbed when I received their letter and they were referring to me as a man because we know each other. The interaction of 2021 extended in 2022, ended on polite and amicable terms. and I had no further news from them until I received the lawyer's letter with the mention that they will not hesitate to take legal action against me. So I was shocked because we already used to have a conversation going. So it came as a real shock to me, and it's been very stressful. Just having to answer to these letters require a lawyer, and there's a lot of fees associated to that, a lot of time, a lot of stress. So back to my story in 2022. Following this unsuccessful discussion, it was breaking my heart, but I wanted to keep moving forward. So in good faith and on my own terms, I decided to change my brand name from Jackalope to Whitetail. This resulted in significant losses and the sacrifice of 17 years of hard-earned recognition, all in an effort to move forward. The idea was that rather than exhausting my resources in this battle, I chose to focus my energies on what defined my expertise, so creation, innovation, and arts. My commitment to the community remained the same. I wanted to continue designing innovative, high-end skateboard that meets the needs of the community. So despite the immense impact on my business, I directed my energy toward that goal. After changing my brand name, my sales in Quebec and Canada dropped drastically. It was worse than I imagined. It resulted in a lot of money lost and hundreds of hours of work. Beyond the financial impact, it was also the painful loss of the creation in which I've poured everything I am. People who know me understand that when I create, I put everything I am into it, and my company, Jackalope, was the center of my universe. So following this drastic decline in my sales and recognition in Canada, my business survived thanks to the exports. Fortunately for me, the innovative design and my artistic style generated a strong international enthusiasm, which allowed to keep my doors open. To give a little context, here's a brief overview of my business. I started Jackalope Inc. In 2005. It's also in 2005 that I drew this logo myself, and this t-shirt is the first design that I made in 2005, so it celebrates its 20 years this year. I was specializing in board sport clothing, streetwear and accessories, and arts. Since I was a skateboarder at the time, I branded my first Jackalope skateboard in 2007, and I even held a solo exhibition of hand-painted skateboards. Today, my skateboard company develops new skateboards and surf skate models with advanced geometry that are designed to meet the real needs of riders. I bring a lot of innovation in the skateboard and surf skate world, and my product is made in Quebec, Canada, from Canadian maple. I personally draw all my illustrations on my skateboards, on my grip tapes, and on my apparels. I also developed an innovative skateboard part that is currently patent pending and is now exported and sold in over 30 countries. As you can see, all my product display the Canadian maple leaf with the mention that it's made in Canada, because I am proud to create an artistic, innovative, and original Canadian product that has been exported in 35 countries worldwide so far. Asking for help is extremely difficult for me, but since this issue extends far beyond my personal story, I'm setting aside my pride today to reach out to you. By getting involved, you help ensure that these events remain true to the ethics that have been at the heart of the skate community. It's a culture built on respect, authenticity, integrity, and mutual support. It's also worth noting that even with major sponsors, this type of litigation is costly for everyone. By putting all our resources in a dispute like that, it doesn't come back to the community by any means. It doesn't make our product better. Everyone in the community ends up paying the price because there's a lot of money that has been thrown away in dispute and given to lawyers. Skateboarding is not a sport, it's a culture built on respect, authenticity, integrity, and mutual support. Protecting this culture means preserving the strength of a unique community that deserves to thrive in a fair and respectful environment. It's essential that businesses within the skate industry respect one another for the greater good of the community. So how can you help? By sharing this story, it's the story of countless artists, small business, and women. So spread the word, contact someone that might be able to help, or share any resources that could be useful. You can also contact me if you know someone that could help, or if you have ideas. Feel free to share them with me. It's really appreciated. If this story resonates with you, please share it widely. You can also support by sharing my website and my online store. I will link it below. And if you know professionals that can help, or if you have any idea of any kind, please feel free to contact me. You can write in the comments below. So together we can make a statement to say that we want to bring back the real skate mindset that values collaboration over competition. So thank you for listening to the end of this video. Thank you so much for your support. So thanks a lot, everyone. It means the world to me. Thank you for supporting me in this challenge.
Good.